What's up, guys? It's your girl here, the one that started it all. And I got another suggestion from Chirag Sonani. Now, Chirag Sonani was one of the people who suggested that I watch the volleyball movies. And they had requested that I watch another movie. And this movie is is Three Idiots. Now, Chirag, thank you. All right, Bo. I watched it and it is hilarious. When I first saw the title, I was like, Three Idiots. Like, okay, we'll make some Three Idiots. What kind of crap did they get themselves into? What is this? It is hilarious. So, in my opinion, it is like a very dumbed down hangover, like the movies from the Hangover. It's also like American Pie. Well, when they went to college, and Eco Trip and things like that. Those back in the day, old films in the early 2000s. So the movie takes place. It parallels itself. So it takes place from 1999 to 10 years later to 2009, and it is about three friends, the three idiots that when you're in college, you get yourselves into trouble, and then you grow older and you find out, yeah, you haven't really grown out of it. Oh my gosh, it is so funny. Um, the main character, I'm not going to say his name because I know I'm going to butcher it, is very, very smart. The way that this guy is, the best way is like the Big Bang Theory. I'm sure everyone knows about the Big Bang Theory. These three friends are very, very smart. Very, very smart, but dumb at the same time, but yet they know what to do. I mean, they're not so dumb. They're not stupid, no. And the main character has proved that many times, and it's just hilarious. The way he does is like, he's not going to tolerate you belittling him. He's not going to tolerate you making a fool out of him. He'll put you in his place because he knows how, and he does it in ways that is just phenomenal. Like there's this scene where he's in class and he's smiling from ear to ear because his childhood dream was to study engineering because he wanted to be an engineer. And the teacher is a bit taken back and go, what are you smiling about? And he tells him this and he goes, define machine. And in the simplest way, he goes, a machine. Okay. Like, here's an example. It's a hot summer day. Turn on the air conditioning. That's a machine. You have a friend miles and miles away. You want to communicate. Telephone. That's a machine. A machine is to help simplify, help us make things easier. You're calculating numbers and, you're calculating numbers in your head. Get a calculator, helps you out. That's a machine. So he said it in the simplest way, but the teacher didn't like it. So there's always that person that likes to be, has an opinion for everything, likes to be, top boy, say, I'm better than you. You don't know what you're talking about. Gives him the complex answer. And, the main character says, it's the same thing I did, just mine was more simplified. And the teacher goes, well, that's not how it is, blah, 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 and so forth. Calls him an idiot, tells him to leave. The character abides by it, but then turns around, goes and says, hey, I forgot my books. And then starts to tell him a more complex way, things like that, and the teacher's like, simplified it. He goes, I did. It didn't work earlier. I forgot my books. Because, he told the teacher, hey, I'm not stupid. Don't treat me like one because you're going to learn. And I can relate to that because I have been in those situations where a teacher thought they could take advantage of me, thought they could belittle me. And when I threw it right back at them, they learned real quick, okay, I need to be careful with this one. I better not mess with them. And I've been in that situation. So it was both a hilarious scene. It's a hilarious scene in both like a scene like, hey, don't mess with me, because he does like, oh, it's like a zipper. You need to put your pants on. Here, go up and down, up and down. Which is funny because the teacher does it too, you know. But he gets them real good. There's another scene where when I watched this movie, it was completely in Hindi. It did not have subtitles. I tried to find the subtitles, but you know what? I was like, you know what? I could work with this. I could work with this. I'm very visual, so I know what's going on. There is a scene where one of his friends, like in college, there's the hazing. There's the hazing. It is what it is. And, a whole bunch of people, including one of his friends, has, their pants down. They have their underwear and their butts are getting stamped and things like that. He comes in, he's looking around, he's looking at his friend like, what the heck are you doing? And all he wanted to do was to go to his room and sleep, because it just so happens, I believe that's where his room was. And, one of the hazers puts water down his pants. And he goes, the hell's the matter with you? Kind of goes back to his room. The hazer doesn't seem too happy with his reaction, because he just goes to his room. And he starts like teasing him, dissing him, and goes to his door, hey, open up the door, trying to press his boys, open up, And once again, our boy is not happy, is not going to take this lying down. Makes a contraption with a spoon. Puts the spoon underneath the thing. And the guy's waiting for him to come out so he can pee on him. Sounds like he's about to open the door, and he does. He pees, causes an electric shock, shocks him. He's like, ooh, he's in pain. He's on the floor. Everyone's laughing at him. Our boy comes out with the spoon in his hand, going, everyone, you guys want to play? Let's play. Goes back to his room. His pals go into his room and find him passed out. And he goes, saltwater and electricity make one heck of electric shock. It is just like, that's like Revenge of the Nerds crap right there. Like the movie, that part reminded me of Revenge of the Nerds right there and then. I was like, yes, the nerds are taking over. And then this other scene, oh my God, I was cracking up. Now there's this girl who's very much in love with our boy, with our main hero. The postmaster, that's what they called him. He got sick. And I believe he had to be the post, because I remember them calling him that. He asked the girl, hey, I need to borrow it, it's an emergency. And she's like, blah, 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 kind of, giving her 2 cents. And they rush to where he is, and they put him on the moped, because they're on the moped. The guy is like a zombie. Like, ever seen like A Weekend with Bernie's? That's what that's what the guy looked like. And he's riding the moped into the hospital, and like, doctor, he needs help. He needs help. And then they had to go and take the exam and things like that. And then fast forward to 10 years later, all of them are pretty successful, but they have a misadventure, They're looking, they got to find one of their buds. But it's really nice because the girl is still in love with our hero, and she had like a fantasy of like the Titanic kind of thing. But in the end, he says he loves her and things like that. And it was a nice movie, hilarious. I was cracking up here and there. Oh my God! But those are my 3. To me, they were my main favorite scenes, especially the when the bully got shot. But yeah, that was a good movie. If you guys want something funny and hilarious, it's just so funny. It's like the antics you would get in college. I never got into those kind of antics. The college I went to was more of a trade school kind of thing. And, it's like they're college kids, they get older and they have a funeral and they crash a wedding and things like that. They lose a buddy, they gotta find the buddy. Hence why the hangover thing. Talk about wedding and a funeral and the hangover. Revenge of the Nerds kind of thing. Oh my god, I was laughing. I was like, so Chirag, thanks for this request because I was laughing. I was bawling. Oh my god, it's a good movie. You know, it's yeah. I don't know what else to say. It's a good movie. It's a good film. If you guys want to see something funny, something different, this is it. It's just so funny. It was funny.